Hey, Laura. Here, let me invite you to be a co host. Hey, how goes
Well, chaotic, as you have learned.
it?
We have a lot to talk about today.
Oh, yeah? I'm ready for that. Hey, everybody. Here, I'll let everybody speak that wants to.
I think we'll let it kind of build up a little bit. I'm about to be rolling out some more dough.
You are like a cookie factory. Like, I have never known somebody that bakes as many cookies as you do.
Hey, people love them, and
Hey,
I'm willing to
I'm
do
not
it.
judging. I'm just like shocked. Like, I don't know how you don't get tired of it. Like,
Well, I'm still learning, so it's a fun process.
oh, okay.
Cookies need love like everything does.
Yes, mine are all baked with love. So
Oh, believe me, I tasted it in the batch you gave me 3 years ago.
yeah, you're overdue. So
Anyway, how are
Somebody's
y'all?
dog is feisty.
Yeah, he's in the kitchen barking at the refrigerator for some dang reason.
yeah, I shut all mine up because they just got fed, so they're happy.
Um, but yeah, how's everybody doing?
So far, so good.
Hunky dory, just drinking a Dr. Pepper right now.
I'm inviting everyone to speak that is in the chat, so that way, if anybody wants to speak, they can.
Yeah, and that's the thing about total fucking chaos is that everybody who wants to speak can, so it is chaos.
It always happens. Like we're always like, "Hey, let's give everybody a turn," that kind of thing. It always devolves.
Thankfully for you, I'm an agent of chaos.
Ha ha. That sounded a lot more sarcastic than I meant it to. I meant it like ha ha. Like that was. I don't know. That came out really bad.
Hey, I just found the scissors I was looking for.
Got the right pair of skizzers?
Well, I was looking for them because I had to have some way to open the new bag of dog food, and I couldn't find them anywhere, so I used some of my shears that I use for plants.
I mean, hey, modern problems require modern solutions.
I say it worked, so I ain't mad about it.
Exactly. Hell, I mean, heck, I've used my pocket knife before to do that sort of thing.
she'll
Yeah,
send me
that's what
pic-
Daniel does.
she'll send me pictures of the cookies she makes, and they are so pretty looking. Like they're like something out of a magazine or something. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, the ones that I'm doing now are actually for another friend. I think he's a mutual of just about everybody here, maybe, but he wanted the Israeli flag and everything, and I was like, okay, that seems a pretty simple design and only two colors, so it's like I think I can make this work.
I get nervous trying to bake or cook or whatever because I feel like I'm gonna set something on fire, and I'm like,
Oh, there's a lot of stuff that I still find intimidating to do, but once I start doing it, I'm like, okay, this was not as difficult as I made it out to be. Still not maybe good at it, but it just wasn't as hard.
yeah.
Bork, bork, bork.
Yeah,
I definitely want to get into one of the things I want to talk about is Laura and these people that are like absolutely just
I swear.
like I mean literally they come it's gotten to the point where they're coming to my page to
No, they're tracking my replies and they're now like attacking anybody that I talk to.
Well, you
yeah
know what
like
this proves is that they have no life. Otherwise, they'd be doing something else.
yeah like
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like Kendall, the evil mom, last night was talking about, I never, I forget that Laura exists until she shows up in a thread that I'm in or something. And the entire day today, she locked down last night after saying that. The entire day today, she has been targeting me and talking from behind that lock, which she has subsequently now lifted. She's public again. But the entire day. And I'm like, okay, you realize that I have screenshots of you saying that you never target me. And then the entire day today, now I have screenshots of you doing the thing that you said you didn't do.
But what's mind blowing to me is the fact that all I said was, "Hey, y'all come hang out and do total chaos with us," that kind of thing, and she was like, "Ha ha." The chaos has already started. I'm like, bro, I have nothing to
Yeah,
do with this. Like, you're
yeah. The chaos was already started by her.
She
Like,
really
Yep.
that's the
loves
chaos
you.
she's talking about. Like, literally all day today, she was locked down. I was like doing absolutely nothing. I said I was done trying to resolve the issue with her personally last night. And then I got up and I just went about my normal business today. And the only thing she has done all day is talk shit about me.
I don't know how you get into people's heads like this. Like, it's kind of mind blowing because, like, you'll literally
I
just
genuinely don't know.
all you.
Like, I think all this started like a year ago in an abortion debate. She claims that I said that her son should have been aborted because he identifies as a woman now. And every single person that knows me knows how laughable that is because that is not something I'd ever say.
Yeah, but like, it's not just that. It's like people will stalk you, all that kind of stuff. It's like, bro, you're against abortion. You're against like transitioning, that kind of thing. Leave it. Like, let it be. Like that's
Like, it's okay that we disagree on these issues, it's
exactly.
completely
But
fine.
this chick was like one of them was like, I don't remember which one, but you have so many stalkers at this point, but one of them was like, you're basically kissing up to Laura. I'm not going to use exactly what she said because it's gross, but
Oh, I'll use exactly what she said. She said that you were here sucking farts out of my ass
yeah, and I'm like,
because she is apparently a 12-year-old girl still.
and yeah, that's graphic, and I don't do that. Like, you and I disagree theologically. Like, we disagreed before, and even big issues aside, like theology and stuff like that. Just like we've gotten into an argument before, and that was my fault. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it wasn't my fault, but I'm saying like if I constantly sucked up to you, we wouldn't ever get
I say
into an argument.
you would never tell me like, "Oh, I disagree with you." You would just agree with everything I
Yeah,
say.
and it's hard for me to do that sometimes. Not with you, but like just in general, like with friends, to say, "Hey, I disagree," because I don't want them not to be friends with me anymore. But like,
I said that gets into the whole anxiety thing, which I absolutely
yes,
get it. Like, I mean, I even have that, but at the same time, like, there's that thing in my head. It's like if you don't say it, it's going to bother you, so you need to just say it.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
exactly, and that's how I feel.
it's okay to not be a yes man. You can still be friends.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's
Like,
how we
I
are.
guarantee you, like, okay, all of us here, we probably agree on more things than not. But there are going to be things that we disagree on. And the thing is, like, we're rational adults. That's okay.
Andrew's in the chat, which means there's going to be at least one I am Groot, and I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, great.
Somehow.
Well, I'm in the chat as well, so yeah. I mean, I'm speaker, so yeah, Groot.
Hello, Brass. Good to see you again.
Uh,
So
he's working. Okay, good. Let the work distract you. I guarantee you, once he has that second away from work, he's gonna be like, "I am Groot," and I'm gonna be like, "Okay, I'm done with everything."
Yeah, but that's like the thing now. We gotta.
It's
I
I,
am Groot.
what's so funny is like
Hi, Groot. I'm Dad.
all I know, all I know with that, by the way, all I know with that is like is that it started because I was like, he was saying something about like Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever, and I was like, I really hate that phrase. It gets on my nerves, and I don't know why. And it just like he was like, I'm gonna take to it, and I'm gonna drive her crazy, and I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah, when it comes to like friends that are essentially like family and everything, you can't tell them that you dislike anything because that's the only thing they're gonna do.
Yeah, like my one thing, like I don't have a lot of pet peeves, but my one thing is like words. Certain words drive me crazy. Certain slang, certain words, certain whatever, and it's like that just for some reason the word Groot just I can't stand it.
So I say That was your mistake then, is telling them that you can't stand it.
But I didn't think it would latch on, and it's been like a year or two at this point, and this dude, like Andrew, has still like latched onto. I'm like, all right, Annie, I'm done. I'm done. You win.
I've been
Yeah.
creative with it.
Yeah, you just have to now like get accustomed to it. It's just gonna happen.
Just let the Groot happen.
Like the uncles that I've always had and everything, they are the ones that mess with people all the time. So I'm used to this. Like I was raised in this. Like I know exactly how it
I mean,
works.
it's fine. I call him an old goat and all that, so that's like with a lot of
Yeah.
my guy friends. I'll teach them about being old and stuff like that. But like, if it's one of my girlfriends, like one of the close friends, among like you and Foo Bunny and all these people, like I'm like, no, you're young and you're so pretty, which you are, but it's still like I have the same, or I have a different dynamic with guys than I do with girls. Like when I'm talking among
Yeah.
my guy friends, it's like total. It's exactly the name of this like space. It's
Yeah,
total chaos.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's called ball busting for a reason. It's your way of showing affection to each other.
Exactly, and
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
exactly how I am with my guy friends, and I don't like with I'm not really like that with my female friends. With my female friends, it's like I kind of tease y'all a little bit, but I'm mostly like really sweet and really like just checking up on you and all that kind of stuff. But like with my guy friends, it's like, hey, you know,
See, we're kind of the opposite here. Like even with my lady friends, like I'll take time sometimes to bust your metaphorical lady balls.
metaphorical. Hey, that's transphobic. We all know that women have, you know what? Wait,
Technically, you
Oh,
can say gonads. Everyone has those.
but just
well, I guess technically speaking, your ovaries are your balls.
Yes, that's true. Like
who was it
ours
that
are,
said
we have
that?
internal plumbing,
That's
so
what. Who was it that said that? There was somebody that told me they're like your ovaries are basically, and I'm like, that is so disgusting and yet so funny.
Well, it's actually
well,
true because I
in
mean,
certain conditions and everything, if the ovaries or the testes don't, I guess, like grow and develop and everything naturally, like I've seen cases of a girl and everything having like tumors and everything, and they go to check it out and they're like, okay, this is actually an undeveloped testes because they had a condition that nobody knew about.
yeah,
Wow.
there was actually an episode of House about exactly that thing.
I think there's an episode of Grey's Anatomy too.
Oh my
I
god.
just remember
Wow.
a case
I
where,
didn't
like,
know that.
man, yeah, I just remember a case of like a man who he had a tumor on his brain or something, and it caused him to be able to lactate.
That's
I was
wild.
about to say, I mean, that will change, like anything involving your brain physically and everything is going to cause some changes. And it was not lactation. Let's just go ahead and address that. That was not lactation. That was not breast milk or anything. He had a discharge that came from his
Ugh.
nipples. And men have memory tissue too, like women.
Oh
It's
boy,
just that's the pectoral tissue.
not this discussion. I I
You are having like Vietnam
Yes,
flashbacks
because
right
for
now.
those who don't know, okay, I happen to make the mistake of saying that men do not have breasts, and what I meant was like the way that we think of like like a
Yeah.
chest
See,
among
normal people knew what you were saying
and
there.
people
Normal people knew
people
that.
absolutely like gynecologists, like all these different people got involved. It wasn't just like,
Dude, you got doxxed
oh yeah,
and everything and
I
threatened over
yes,
that.
I had people literally putting out like my private Facebook that I had at the time. I no longer have a Facebook because Facebook suspended me for a stupid reason.
Very
Um,
stupid reason, by the way.
yes, a very stupid reason. Basically, somebody else had broken the rules somehow, and because they broke the rules and I was associated with them, I got my account suspended. So I'm like, yeah, no. Um,
You had apparently commented or something or liked a post by this person who broke the rules and got suspended.
and
So
so I
therefore,
got,
they decided to go after you too.
yeah, which is insane.
It is.
But yeah, so basically they were doxing my private Facebook, putting my address, like putting my information out there, and it's just I was like, bro, this is Like it literally caused me to start having anxiety for a while, where I was afraid to come to Twitter. And that's crazy because Twitter is like the one place that I'm really chill and I'm like at my peak. But like I was starting to have anxiety over that, and you finally had to drill it into me like, look, you've got to start blocking people. Like this is getting out of hand, because I would refuse to block people because I
And this was
didn't want to
actually
seem
back when the
cowardly.
blocking function still actually blocked people and they couldn't see or respond to
Yeah,
anything that you posted. But now Elon has changed that, which is a mistake on his part, I do believe.
yeah. The whole way that Twitter is being operated, it was supposed to be like more free speech and that kind of thing, but it's really not. Like it's pretty much the same as old Twitter, except now like kind of dumber in some ways, and it's just like,
Well,
ew.
let's say that there is a lot more free speech because they don't seem to be cracking down on the terms of service as hard as they used to. So people are getting away with a lot more shit.
Oh, I know what Andrew just commented. First of all, he said men don't have breasts, we have moobs, which is so gross. Um,
Yeah, that's just man boobs, though. And I mean,
I
I even said that to somebody before too. I was like, "Look, yes, men have mammary tissue just like women do. Like that does not make them women, though."
but
Well, I
like,
also point out, like in the case of the man with the tumor on his brain, on the bright side, he, at least if he runs out of milk, he has something for his cereal.
ew,
Yeah,
so
that's
gross.
really gross.
Ew, ew, ew. Um,
Because
but
again, that
the
ain't milk, honey.
he said, Andrew said the Groot thing
But it
started
tastes
because I
sweet.
said, Andrew said the Groot thing started because I said something and you wondered at the fact I was up on something of recent history. That's what it was, because Andrew was talking about like I am Groot and Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever, and at the time it was really recent, and I was like, wow, he actually knows like decently recent pop culture, and he's an old man, kind of teasing him, and
Older than God.
he what's that? What's that?
I said he's older than God.
Yes, I know, right? Like God was creating the world, and he told God to stay off his lawn. Like
Yes,
it's,
exactly.
and so we were I was joking with him about it, and he's like, I am Groot, I am Groot, and it started, and I'm like, oh, it will be my legacy.
Yeah, it probably will be.
People will be like, remember that one chick on Twitter that hated the term I am Groot?
Like one day our kids will talk about this. It will be lore.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be like our great grandchildren sitting around like, I remember great grandmother's story about I am Groot, and it's like,
Why is Grandma on top of the fridge?
yeah, why does she sit on the fridge mumbling at herself when she's
I said we
anxious?
put her up there because she's in timeout now.
That's still a thing, like with you, Rick, and like bunch of people. It's still a thing where it's like, are you feeling anxious? Yes, I'm feeling anxious. It's like, okay, we're gonna put you on top of the fridge. I'm like, oh, I'm not
That's
that.
where you go. That's where you go to cool off.
Exactly. Like, and what's funny is people, I think people don't realize how short, some people don't realize how short I am. Other people know it and they're shocked by it. But for those who don't know, I'm 4'11". I'm 4 foot 11 inches.
Well, yeah,
And
I'm a giant compared to you.
I know, and like everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, are you really that short?" Like, there's no way you're that short. I'm like, "Yes, I'm 27 and I'm 4'11". I stopped growing at like 16. Um, and people are just like, people make all kinds of short jokes about it, and I'm like, this is what, this is what's happened. This is the thing.
Yeah.
It,
It's always wild because it's like it's I mean the fact that I mean those are some of the things I don't mind, like when people are teasing me, I'm like, yeah, I'm short, that kind of thing, but like the only things that I really get bothered about, and me and sorry about the background noise, by the way, it's a couple of dogs.
I'm about to say I
Um
have no free hands, so if y'all hear background noise on my end, I'm like rolling out cookie dough right now with 2 sheets of parchment paper.
um but they what's crazy is like I don't mind a lot of things. All right, Andrew. He said 411 on Funhouse Mirror. Maybe you know what? You're not funny. You're not funny. Um, No, but seriously, I
You're
don't
only
mind.
going to get shorter as you get older.
What's that?
You're only going to get shorter as you get older.
Oh, I know. It's a wonderful. Like, I have an aunt who's actually shorter than me. She's 4'9", I think,
You'll
and
sure.
I tease her about being short all the time because it's hilarious to me that like I am so short and there's one person that's shorter than me. Um, but people just
And that's the entire world. I mean, it,
like I have two youngest siblings that are, what is it, 13 and 17 respectively, and they um my two youngest siblings, they're that old and they are um they're taller than me, and it's like it's so funny. I'm like, oh, and my younger brothers, because I have six siblings in total, and my two of my younger brothers constantly tease me about being short and about being slow. I even have to tell them when it comes to like the slowness thing to chill out because they will drive heavily into it. And I'm like, bro, okay.
Yeah, see, I have a younger brother too. I'm 5'7".
Mhm.
My younger brother, he's about Daniel's size, so about 6'2". So every time I'm like, oh, I introduce him, like, hey, this is my little brother, and everybody looks up at him, and looks down at me, like, okay,
Yeah, that's funny. Y'all are opposite
like,
siblings, you know.
I just need to replace that with my younger brother.
Yeah, that's sort of how it was funny with me and my sisters because I'm the baby out of my sisters, and they'll say, "Here's my baby brother," and I'm bigger than all of them.
Yeah.
Um, like I remember, like they that was actually a funny thing because like they were introducing me at a party or something, and I was a lot bigger back then. I was close to almost 400 pounds back then,
Yeah.
and I remember I went up there and they had said, "Oh, here's our baby brother," and they just looked at me and they looked at my sisters and stuff, and they were like, "Uh, that's the baby."
I say, that's just a, no, you must be mistaken.
You must be mistaken. That's like my older brother. My older brother, because I have one older sibling, and my older brother, he's 6'2", I think, which is insane when you compare our heights. Because people literally they thought that like my older brother is like my parent or something because they're like, "Oh, you're so short," and I'm like, "No, we're like a year apart." And if they do know that we're siblings, they think that we're like years apart, and it's like, no, I'm only a year younger than him, and people are just flabbergasted. They're like, "Where did you? You're 4'11". He's 6'2", and it's so funny because it's like, yeah, I was born premature. You know, you when you're a premature baby, it's you more likely are short and that kind of thing. But in his case, he actually started off short, but then he got really freaking tall like during his teen years, just sprouted up. And like my nana jokes that she used to pray like, Lord, let him be at least like 5'8", you know, whatever, let him have a little bit of height on him. And then after he got to 6 foot, she was like, Lord, let him like not grow as much anymore.
yeah, I
Yeah,
can
if I may,
actually top that parent type story. Z. My
Oh
older
yeah.
sister and my younger sister were out shopping, and the lady behind the counter asked her if that was her grandchild.
Yeah,
well, actually, I can top that. My well, I mean, at least in the opposite direction. I mean, I was getting a haircut from a barber just a few months ago, and my mother was waiting at the front, and the barber asked, "Is that your wife?"
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
That would give you an Oedipus
awkward.
complex.
Oh no.
Oh dear God,
Okay,
no.
I got one kind of similar in that vein. There, it was several years ago. Like, me and Daniel hadn't even got engaged yet. We had just become a couple and everything, and we were gonna go see one of our favorite artists, Dallas Green, when he played in at Iron City in Birmingham. And I rode with my brother and his wife. Well, they were still engaged at this point, but we were standing outside. We were waiting on Daniel to get there and everything. And he gets there, and they're checking IDs and everything, and giving everybody like their wristbands and whatnot. And the dude looks at Daniel and goes, "It's so nice that you brought your kids out," and we all just lost it.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I started laughing. I was like, no, he's actually with me." And the dude looked at me and looked at Daniel, and he goes, "Oh, okay."
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Like,
huh.
it doesn't, I don't think that he looks that old and everything. But I guess, like, in comparison, we can, that dichotomy and everything probably seems more glaring.
Dude, he-
Let's
I don't think you realize how young you look though, Laura, because you're in your 30s if I'm not mistaken, but you look like you're in
I'm
your
nearly
20s.
40. I'll be 38 in July.
Yeah, you
babies, babies, all of you.
that's like I'll be 27 in like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, and people are constantly like, "You're so young, you're so young." I'm like, "I don't feel young. I feel old."
I'm
Oh,
28. I
yeah,
feel
like,
old
you can
too.
hear my joints popping every morning when I get up out of bed. Like, you wouldn't say that to me.
I am 50 this year, so I've got y'all beat.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, my warranty expired I think around 40.
Andrew's probably in his like 80s, so don't worry about it. 80s or
Look on the
90s.
bright side. Just 15 more years to your social security checks.
No, no, I'm gonna do the smart.
Did he cut out?
Yeah, he did.
But I think we lost him a little bit.
Okay. I
well,
I
was
thought he was
making
going to
sure
do.
it wasn't
I
just
thought, I
me.
thought. I thought for sure he was going to finish up by saying, "I'm going to do a smart thing and invest in Bitcoin."
Oh god. Invest in NFTs.
Oh gosh.
yeah, the,
What do you do whenever you really hate yourself? Invest in NFTs.
mhm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my goodness. Like,
Is it weird that I don't even know what an NFT is?
it's like a picture or something. Like it's
Like, I still don't even understand really how cryptocurrency works.
I don't
So,
either.
I don't either.
I'm not
okay.
for me either. Um,
We're gonna have
like
crypto bots. We're gonna have crypto bots coming under this and trying to explain cryptocurrency to us. I can already see it.
Hey, it's better than the other kind, which I definitely am
Ugh.
not going to say.
Oh, the shrimps or the prawns as they might be called.
Yes.
Yes, those.
There's a reason I have a robotic shrimp as one of my pictures that I use frequently.
Jeez.
Like, I will not say the word and summon them.
Andrew,
Correct.
I would like to correct the record.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Andrew said he's not in his 80s or 90s. He's in his 80s or 90s eons. Or 80 or 90 eons. So, I want to correct that record. He's older than I don't even like he
Methuselah.
yeah, he looked at Adam when Adam was being made. He looked at Adam and went, "Hmm,
But the,
what are you doing in my nursing home?"
but the question is,
Like,
can he transcend time and space the way Chuck Norris can?
Oh, see, I don't know, Andrew. That's too cool for Andrew. I think Andrew's like as old as Chuck Norris, but like he's not he's not he's not as cool as Chuck Norris. Like he's a knockoff Chuck Norris.
Andrew's so old and everything that, like, transcending space and time and everything, he's like, that's way too much effort.
No,
Uh,
he's so old that when he the idea of transcending time, he's like, well, I was in my 50s at that point, like at the beginning of time.
Well, Andrew remembers when time was invented.
Yes, he was there before.
if I could put time in a bottle.
He was there before. He was there before. What do you call it? The he was there before
The
the
Big Bang.
sundials.
I say he was woke up by the Big Bang and told God, keep it down, will ya?
Yes, I want him to make a
Get off
meme out
my
of that. That would be
lawn.
so funny. Like just the picture of the world, and then being like, I the Andrew heard the Big Bang, and said, "Keep it down, God," or something like that. Would be so funny.
Like, now I gotta hit up Jeff and everything and see if he can, like, make a video or something of this.
Jeff, like a cosmic bard.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought so.
like he's so good with all that AI stuff and everything.
He
Like he
really
can make it
is.
happen.
Like he's come up with a lot of like the songs and stuff, the intros and stuff for KLRN, and it's
Uh huh.
I'm always blown away. I'm like I don't realize that
You
AI
should hear the
influenced that.
song he created for my show. It's so like haunting. It's very very good.
Wait, he created the song for you? I thought that was a
No,
legitimate
no, the
song.
one that I normally use is an actual song and everything, but he created one that I think we used like one time, and I told him
Uh
I'd
huh.
get with you to like tweak this a little bit for an opening, but I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, he's really good at that kind of stuff.
I know it's kind of amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I told you, Laura, that I had a dream that Evan Peters was there and he was actually in
Yeah,
character as freaking Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, and we're watching his series, but he's still in character. It's like, how much more meta can you freaking get?
yeah, that's very odd, but like I can't say that I've never had dreams like that before.
Okay, well, now
I'm
you've got
Okay,
my
so
Twitter
we're
date.
I'm
so
waiting for
so
the
I'm about to start
Dahmer
something.
movie.
I'm about to start something. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brass.
I said I'm still waiting for the net adaptation of Jeffrey Dahmer and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh gosh.
He worked at a chocolate factory, guys. Like that's gold.
Well, of course he worked in a chocolate factory. He lived in Milwaukee. They're known for
He
that.
was a fudge packer, guys. Come on,
He was.
the
Oh,
joke
Or,
is right
Laura,
there.
Laura, you didn't.
Oh God.
He
You said
was.
he was a fudge packer. No.
That's
Wait.
right. That
Okay.
joke was like right dangling right in front of everybody.
Well,
I
as we
want.
know,
Hey,
he
I
was
want.
also a meat packer too, homemade.
hey,
There
Laura,
you go.
Okay. Okay. I want to do
Laura.
something. If y'all are willing to do it, because I know all of y'all are older than me in some way. Like it. However much y'all are older than me. So I was thinking, because Andrew just sent a tweet that says, I'm still waiting for the beta tapes to make a comeback. I have no idea what tapes are.
Oh, you
So
poor sweet summer child.
what I
Oh
was thinking
no.
is you guys send like different like technology or different outdated terms and let me try to guess what they are.
it's
I
like
thought that would be interesting.
I
I
know if you have the Scooby Ohio Riz, do that.
what how Red Pill
Oh
guys
gosh.
say alphas. Um,
What is it?
you know how Red Pill guys say like they're alphas?
Yeah.
Well, the tapes are the betas.
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure that's not accurate, but okay.
Believe it or not, Betamax was a much higher quality of video than VHS.
But it was too damn expensive.
I know. That's a shame.
Things that are
Oh my.
they tend to be more expensive.
That's like I didn't know what a Commodore 64 was until Rick
Oh
showed me what a
my
Commodore
gosh.
64 was. Like it literally looks like a gaming like a toy or something. Like it doesn't look like a computer.
What about
Um,
an Apple
And
IIe?
One of my favorite things. There were some one of those like interview quiz type things. Like, hey, ask your Gen Z children these questions. Catherine looked at me like I was crazy for most of them. Like, I don't even know what this is. Are you just making up words now?
Yep.
well, does Catherine at least know what a VHS tape is?
She does now.
She didn't
okay,
before. Oh God.
So,
wait,
Z, have you
DHS
ever
tape.
been on a party
Hold
line?
on. DHS tape. DHS tape. Isn't that the things that you would have to like roll up or something? Like
You
because they
put
would
it
No,
in
no,
a
no, no,
unwind?
glass
no.
jar. It
Those
was
are
like
cassette
a
tapes you're thinking of.
cassette tape, but you couldn't stick a pencil in them and like rewind the film. Like once those were ruined, that was it.
Yep, and they broke so freaking easily when they got trapped in the magnetic, the
And see
Yep.
magnet.
when Daniel got me that legacy box thing for Christmas a couple of years ago, I actually had some old VHS tapes and everything that my mom had given me that were old home videos. Which also that's a very risky game to play, by the way, if you're a child and like your parents give you VHS tapes. But oh, puppies, y'all need to go to bed. No, 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 come, hang on.
Doggo alert.
Doggos. Um. So wait. Okay. So the I'm trying to think of like the earliest technology I remember. I remember CD players when I was a little kid. Like
Okay.
we would use the CD players. Um, and my brother had one, and he would carry it around, and I had one. Um, I remember iPods definitely. The
Of
tiny
course.
ones and the bigger ones, like the touchscreen. Um,
Okay, but I'm asking like the VHS tapes. So rectangular, usually black, silver
yeah.
magnetic tape, and
I
would
think I
play.
remember those. Yeah, my mom had some VHS tapes.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, because
Hey, do y'all have actually kind of a special thing? Like my mama is here. If y'all want to say hey,
Hello.
hey,
Hey, Laura's
Hello.
mom.
we're doing spaces over on Twitter and everything because I haven't done one in forever. Spaces. It's just a live chat basically. Yeah, she was helping me out because I completely forgot that the Tiny Tyrant had a dentist appointment today, and I have all these cookies that I'm still working on. So
Ooh,
if I may,
my mama stepped up and took her to that.
if I may ask,
well,
is
that's awesome.
Well, it was a trade off. She's going to help me put up posts tomorrow.
Her
Yeah, I
accent.
get
Oh, there
out of
you
the house
go.
and work.
I think her accent is actually thicker than yours, Laura, and that's incredible.
well, that could be because
Everybody always laughs about how southern I am, and she just said that I think your mom's accent may be thicker than yours.
From Arizona.
Yeah, she's originally from Arizona.
What? Really?
well,
See,
Wow.
the
what
Virginia
accent?
Slims probably help.
Yeah, you were born in Louisiana. I haven't. You do.
I
She's
don't hear
got
it.
as much accent as I do.
Oh, look, it's the I am Groot man.
Oh,
Laura,
Andrew is actually speaking now.
Yes.
Laura,
Hello, Andy.
hello. Laura, just tell your mom it's like a party line on the phone.
I used to work.
Oh,
I used to
Ring,
work.
ring, ring.
I
Banana
I
phone.
actually was on a party line
I say
whenever I
she's
lived in
very, very
Texas.
familiar with party lines because she actually used to work for the phone company. So.
I mean, this is what spaces are. Is basically it's a party line.
Like did that thing. Send me to the place I love.
And we
I'm
get
Except
sorry.
trying to by the tiny tyrant.
except no one is eavesdropping. We're all active participants.
Pretty much.
Yes, no one
I
is lurking
worked.
in the background.
He's talking about the
Unknown,
party lines. When I
unknown.
worked for the telephone company, I was actually part of the team that started the step down from 8 party to 4 party to 2 party to single lines with everybody. And then the next step was we took the jacks that was hardwired, and every time an installer went out, we made them change every jack out to modular.
Did
So you can thank me for your no party line,
My mom talks about when she was a kid. They had the telephone lines or whatever. The like the phone
the
lines or whatever,
party
and
lines.
you would like get them tangled into people like trying to talk on the phone,
Chords.
and
Yeah.
Oh,
And
and
she
you
chords,
would
yeah.
does. She's
overhear
like
people's
10 years younger than
conversations.
me,
Like,
so I
oh
don't think
my
she
gosh.
knows exactly
Wait,
what the party
Elden's
line
younger
is.
than you?
When
She's
I
about to turn 27,
the
so.
worst whipping I ever got was on my grandmother's phone. We were on a 4 party line, and I was listening in to one of the neighbors' conversations. She called my grandmother, and Granny whipped me up with a switch. And the bad thing is, I had to go outside and get my own switch.
Oh,
Oh,
I've
I
oh
heard
my
hated
that.
that.
gosh.
My
I always hated
Yeah.
that.
my
Yeah.
grandparents tell me stories like that of how they would have to pick their own switches and stuff like that, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh, and
And
never come
you,
back with a short one because they
yeah,
break.
you come back with a thin one. If it broke, you had to get another one.
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
not how it
and
was
they
with
would
my
pick it
with
up
my
that next
grandparents
time.
and stuff. My
Oh,
grandparents.
All
no,
right,
no,
bye,
no.
guys.
Nanny actually, like, she sent Chase, my younger cousin, out one time to pick his own switch. And he thought he was going to be funny and everything, so he comes back with this, like, little loose, flimsy one. No, no, no. She used it. That thing was like a bullwhip.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Oh my gosh. Like
he
the one.
learned very quickly not to do
I've
that.
had I've
And
heard
and
stories.
you always pull the leaves off because those leaves at the end of the switch were just like lashes.
Mm-hmm.
But what's
Switches,
All right,
stitch.
go home and I got one more pillar to paint.
what's
Okay, I will see you tomorrow.
what's
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have Daniel help me with that third post because
Okay.
it's too short. but I've got pieces from other posts that he's gonna have to figure out how to get them all together.
Okay.
So if we get them
If
up,
he has a day off this week, since he's back to work, we'll come by this week. Otherwise, let's plan for like the weekends.
yeah, I wasn't gonna get him off work, but if I can get that up, I can get the curtains up, and I've got the floor painted. I've got the ceiling painted, so all I gotta do is get the ceiling fan put up, which he's gonna have to do.
Yeah, he already said he was gonna hang that for you.
Yeah.
What's the
So y'all say goodbye to Bebo. That's her
bye?
nickname.
See you,
Bye.
Bebo.
Yeah,
Nice hearing from
Bebo.
you again.
That's such an adorable nickname.
I gotta go by
Bye,
and get that.
Andrew. But what's so
Bye, Mama. Be careful.
what's so funny is like my family. You talked about the switches and how you couldn't pick the tiny switches because y'all would still use them or whatever. My family, my grandparents talk about how they would take this, or not they, but their parents and grandparents would take the switches and tie them together and then use that. Like
Okay, that's kind of genius. My grandmother and my great grandmother never did that, but that's kind of a
like
genius move.
I'll say.
if you picked a tiny one, they would take that tiny switch and make you pick a bigger one, a suitable one, and tie it to the like that. I'm like, bro, that's wild.
Yeah. I remember like one time, like I was older. I think I was in my teen years, and I was already bigger than my mom at the time. I told Laura this before, but basically I don't know what I exactly did, but I was mouthing off to my mom, and she slapped me really hard on the back, and I just laughed at her and I said, "Ha, that didn't hurt me at all."
Oh,
And
And then he sees that as a challenge.
Yeah,
oh
and
I was
then
my
about to say the
goodness.
same thing.
yeah, and then about 5 to 10 minutes later, um, she was behind me, like I didn't know it, but she was behind me with like a broom thing, and she just slapped me, like almost breaking the broom right on my back.
Oh,
I,
oh.
I, I oh, and she
That's like my brother. My older brother. My mom started spanking him, or stopped spanking him. Sorry, stopped spanking him. She knew to stop spanking him when she was spanking him, and he looked over at her and was like, "Okay, is this supposed to hurt?" And she was like, "Okay,
You know, we never could do that because my parents took that as a challenge.
yeah, and
ugh.
yeah, man, it was funny for my mom is like, I mean, what happened is she hit me like as hard as she possibly could over the back with the broom, and I went like, oh, and she said, "You felt that, didn't you?"
Oh, that is some
They're
southern
definitely
stuff
not
to do right there.
public.
That is like
Well,
a
yeah.
really southern.
Sorry.
Like you felt that, didn't you?
Sorry, I'm talking to Catherine. I'm helping her out, so I'm gonna mute my mic real quick.
Okay,
Right.
go ahead. But yeah, I mean, you don't mess with Southern women. You don't challenge Southern women like that. But jeez.
I mean, my mom was pretty much as liberal as they come, but she had when it came to that stuff, like she could be hardcore, but she rarely ever did that to me. I can say I can count pretty much all the times on one hand that she ever actually hit me. She wouldn't
Oh
really.
my.
She,
Let me see. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm just
yeah,
had to make sure I did this right. Okay.
yeah, she rarely
Yes.
would even ever have to hit me. She would just give me like, you know how mothers can have like those death glares where they can just look at
Yes.
you and
Yes.
it just makes you stumble in fear. Like that's what my mom did to me, and people would laugh at it because my mom was not a big lady. My mom was about 5'4", and and I'm about 5'10", and I was pretty big at the time. I was about I think around 350 at that time, and so there's literally this woman that I have about 6 inches and over 100 pounds on, and she just gives me this death glare, and I'm just sort of backing up, saying,
Well,
"All right, done."
It's the
well,
mom look, and everybody knows exactly what that look is.
yeah.
That's
Well,
like
not just the look actually, but in my case, when I misbehaved, badly enough, my mother would say, "Do I need to get the wooden spoon?" Because all it took was just a few times, and if I immediately heard those words, I was just like, "No, I'll be good."
Yep.
That's like my mom. She would make you wish she would spank you or something because when she
Absolutely.
yelled, oh my gosh, that was it. Like she would give me a death glare a lot of times in public, and just like if I was doing something embarrassing or silly or whatever. And that was enough to just, I mean, I'd be like, what? Because I'd be confused, but like, that was the most I would ever do. I'd be kind of terrified after she would give me the
I mean,
death
I
glare.
learned that look from my mama. So, like, when the tiny tyrant was little, she knew that that look was accompanied by, I don't care if we're in public, I will whip your little butt here and now. And if Kathy has something to say about it, I'm going to whoop her ass too.
My least favorite story that my mom likes to tell is that my grandparents like to tell, maybe my mom too, is I was a little kid. I was like what, like 3 or 4 years old, however old, around that age. And my mom my mom took me to a library. No, it was a grocery store or something, library, whatever. And I decided a good idea would be to look at my mom, and as she's trying to take me out of the store, and go, "Mama, please don't whip me. Please don't beat me. Please don't beat me." My mom looks at me and says, "Child, I have never beat you in your life, but you're about to get some of it whenever we get home." And my nana begged her. She said, "Please don't whoop her. Please don't whoop her." Because my nana, God bless her, she's like, she spoils us rotten. But she begged my mom. She said, "Please don't beat her. Please don't beat her. Please don't spank her. Please don't spank her." My mom said, "You better leave the room and close the door, close your ears, whatever." Oh, it
Wicked.
was, all my nana said she
One
heard was
of
me
the
screaming.
worst beatings, one of the worst beatings I ever got, me and my cousin all alike. My Aunt Teresa, my mama's younger sister, like we would, like all of us cousins would kind of switch out and everything and hang out at each other's houses different weekends and everything during the summer. When Teresa was driving us to the public pool and everything, and we decided it was really funny, like she had a minivan and everything, and we were all just like in the back in like the trunk space just hanging out, and we decided it was going to be really funny to like make a sign that says help, we've been kidnapped.
No. No.
Yeah. Not only did my Aunt Teresa whoop our butts, we got it from Nanny, and then we got it from each of our mamas too.
That is so wild.
Three for the price of one.
Like,
Three
we
for the
were
price
young,
of
we didn't
one.
know.
I was remembering, like, I heard this story one time, and it was funny, but apparently it had happened, where there was this violent, like, criminal guy where he apparently had stole something from some multiple stores, and like there was this big chase, and this dude was huge. He was 6'5". He looked like a quarterback for the NFL, and he was jacked as what can be, and he was just going all through, like, this chase with the police is, and eventually he just stopped at this random house and held the homeowners hostage. And what was what happened was is that eventually, like, it must have been on the news, and all of a sudden, like, the cops are just shouting at him on their megaphone, and all of a sudden this really tiny woman, like older woman, just came up to them, and she said, "Give me the megaphone," and it was clear that this was his mother, and she was just saying his name and just cursing him out over the megaphone. He said, "You better get out there."
And that probably worked.
It did.
Oh,
He said, "Mom, just stop, Mom." And let's just put this way: this man had guns pointed at him. He was being chased by police,
That,
and the only thing that he feared more than the police and everything else was his mother.
oh, that reminds me of like the 2020 riots and everything. This mom had seen her like teenage son and everything on the news as part of the riots. She went down and the news caught her beating his ass on live
that's
TV.
so
Yeah, I
funny.
remember that story.
I
That
Are you
was that was
kidding me?
awesome.
That was amazing.
That would be my mom if I ever did something like that. My mom would be like, my
Oh, that
mom.
is. If I see my child on TV doing something like that, showing her ass like that, I'm gonna be like, okay, y'all need to move because I'm about to handle this.
You don't need to move. I'm about to handle this. You would put the bump stock in bump stock Barbie. You would take away the Barbie and put. Oh geez, hold
I
on.
say,
Somebody spamming the.
but
Somebody
I
spamming the.
been raised well, and don't you know better than to show your butt in public?
Yeah.
She's looking at me like, yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That reminds me of like oh yeah, it was you were talking about the trans athletes in the pro like the women going against the trans women going to women's sports. And I remember like I said in the comments, I said, don't worry, there'll be women that'll be showing themselves butt naked to protest this.
Oh.
Yeah, I understood that. Like, you're gonna like strip down naked and everything to like own the men. They're all sitting there
That's
going,
like
hell
my
yeah.
favorite. Some of my favorite jokes are about the French people because women over there just the feminists over there. We think our feminists are crazy, but women over there will just like get naked for no reason. Their thing is to
Yeah,
get
when
naked for no reason.
off tops.
See,
Yeah,
normally I would encourage that, but um, I did not like the attitude of French women. So
Well, that and like our feminists, they don't look like French women. Like our feminists, everybody's like, no, please, this is a punishment. Please put your
I
clothes
mean,
back
hey,
on.
that is true.
the reality though is that feminism is cancer. It just happens to be worse in Europe.
Well, it depends.
Yeah,
Ideologically, it's worse over there, but the women that espouse it don't. They look better over there.
yeah, they tend to, or at least those are the ones that the news people and the photographers and everybody
Yeah.
focus on.
Well, it's also because they walk more over there too.
Yeah, like I think Europe is the canary in the coal mine. Like Europe is exactly what's going to happen here if we are not careful
Oh
and don't
yeah.
correct it.
Yes, very much so.
I mean, it's getting. I mean, France actually enshrined abortion into their constitution, and that's insane to me. Like, imagine being like, we have the
We have
right.
states here in the West that are
What's that?
doing that. Like I think Ohio or Colorado, I think
But
is
yeah,
one of
but
them.
it's. I guess it's
Yeah, because
weird to me
Ohio
because
is a
it's not.
stupid amendment process.
What's weird to me
Okay.
though is like France versus like others like versus states here. States we have in our state constitution, but not like our overall type system. Whereas they in
Right.
France, it's in their they have life, liberty, and equality is their slogan, but then they have abortion enshrined in their constitution. I'm like, that's kind
Yeah,
of what?
things have been awry in France ever since the revolution in 1789. I mean, they've been going out the
Yeah.
swan dive.
Yeah, they like to think they.
There's a reason that like the guillotine came
Yeah,
from
they
France.
like to
Let's
they
just say
like to
that.
think they copied our constitution well, but they really didn't because if they did, they probably would have enshrined the Second Amendment and like key parts that they left out.
Yeah, well, our Second Amendment is dangerous for
Yeah,
politicians.
that's true actually.
Like
we
that's
need
the
our
reason
Second
we have
Amendment in
it.
case the First Amendment doesn't work.
That's the crazy thing is about our
Exactly.
politicians that or that our founding fathers did. Well, not crazy, but like something that just it's so abnormal because most politicians and people in power don't want to give up that power, but the founding fathers were like,
Why are going after gun control and everything so hard?
yeah,
Like there is a reason for this, and there is a reason that it is actually enshrined and protected. Like we every human being on the planet has this right to defend themselves either personally or from an overreaching and oppressive government. We all have this natural human right. Ours is the only constitution in the world that actually protects that right,
exactly.
and they do not
And
like it.
it just
Wait, I think Mexico has something similar. I'm not sure.
it just
I'd have to look that
it
up. I
just
have
kind
no
of blows my
idea.
mind because it's like the founding fathers could have easily been like, yeah, we're not letting them know about the power to bear arms and stuff like that, but they're like, we need to enshrine this so that future generations, like, they thought that far ahead, and that's something so, like, brilliant to me.
That's why they were genius. Like these were genius men. Like they were able to see, like, hey, we just escaped this. We're going to set up a system of government where hopefully this won't happen again.
Right.
And
Well,
then Democrats happened.
Eh,
to be fair, though, it wasn't just them. This was a long established right that existed in English common law. It actually is in the English Bill of Rights of 1688, I believe.
Wait,
Which,
if it's in the English
Okay.
Bill of Rights, then how the heck are
they
English?
rescinded it.
because unfortunately the Bill of Rights of England only apply against infringements from the King, not against Parliament.
Oh.
See, that's where
That's where they went
like
wrong,
people
unfortunately.
messed up. That's one of my favorite lines.
My
Even
Y'all
even
ancestor
farther
remember?
put
back
together
than
that
that, I
document.
think. Even farther
Do
back
y'all
than that,
remember the
I think. I think it actually goes
live
back
action?
to Magna Carta.
That's the one I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I'm
Yeah.
descended from Prince John, who, um, shall we say, put out the Magna Carta to keep the people quiet, and then went and killed them anyway.
Like y'all, okay. Do y'all remember the Cat in the Hat movie, the live action one
Yes.
with Mike
Yes.
Myers? Okay, there's a line in that that has always stuck with me because I cracked up the first time that movie ever came out and I heard it. Where I think it's Dakota Fanning plays a little girl and Alec Baldwin calls her a princess. She goes, "Oh, I don't want to be princess. Parliament has more power."
Oh my gosh.
I
Yep.
want to be
And
Parliament.
I lost it. Like, oh my god, that was a genius
Yep.
joke.
Hey, I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna go watch Wicked tonight with the fam. So
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end
Awesome.
this chat, not because we aren't having a good time or anything, but because there's only a few people and it's been like an hour already. So, what do y'all think?
No, please don't end it
That's fine.
now.
I have more debate, so I'm gonna be
It's because
swamped
you hate
tonight.
Okay.
me.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay. Night.
Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Okay, good night.
Good night.